Anyone?
Terry.
Yes, who was that? Yes, Malcolm. Hello.
No. I've been, you talked about this in the past, and that's why I've sort of picked up on it. I've been looking at what is it? What's the mechanism that makes a thought my thought? And it's that, what is it that, and it seems to be, and this you've touched on it, or you say it every week. It's even prior to the thought. The
Yes.
personal
Yes.
is even prior to the thought.
Yes. There's an identity there.
Yes.
And it's false.
Yes. Now,
false. Yeah.
it's unpicking that.
Yes. Yes, Malcolm. Remember, you've probably heard me say this quite a few times. It sits so close,
Yes.
we overlook it. We
Yeah.
constantly overlook it. That's exactly right, my friend. That's exactly right. Now pick that apart. It doesn't take long. It truly doesn't. You've just had to spot that identity, and you've spotted it. Now just pick it apart. Seriously, like you've done with everything else, Malcolm. Yeah, it's not real. Yeah, but there's that. That's also, I might add, yeah, there is a knowing there, but it's not the me that's knowing. Even though you've spotted that, yeah, it kind of seems like there's some sort of knowing around it, that it kind of knows, or, you know, it feels like it's here. Now, Malcolm, what is here?
I don't know, Terry.
Remember?
There's a here-ness.
Yep. See, bud, look, I'm so pleased you've spotted that. You've got no idea. So it's right there at that point, Malcolm, that the hijacking takes place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it's at that point this seeming me feels real. Yeah. You don't get much closer than that where you are. You don't get much closer. That's the hardest to spot. That's what I've been pointing out.
I know you have. I know.
But we don't know until we know. Like, we don't know until we see it. We truly see it. Yeah. Malcolm, right there. Yeah. Right there. That's where I was just before the lights turned on. That's where the attention went, more to the point. Yeah. That's what the aliveness or the consciousness or awareness focused on. What's happening right there, that me throws its hands in the air and says, I know all this stuff, but damn, me still feels like it's here. And it is funny. Oh, shit.
there's nowhere to take it. It's like it's just
Yep. Yep. Now we're talking about direct experience. Now, from there, Malcolm, just see. That's all. It's at that point the truth sets you free. You know the truth, my friend. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. Oh, that's so awesome.
it's like the inquiry, Terry, seems to be going on just on and on and on, and it's like it's just all happening
Yeah,
by itself. It wakes me up in the middle of the night.
yeah, that's right. You're not doing anything. Never have been.
I haven't got a life. You know, it's like this is everything.
I know, I know, I know, I know.
It's like it's taken over everything.
I know. Yeah. Which is
You didn't
fantastic.
tell me that.
Well, I'm sure I've said you got to be earnest. Not that there's anybody there to be earnest, but you know, if the earnestness is just naturally there, it does take over your life. It does. It can't not. It can't not. Until it spits the old life out, and then you got a new life. A real one. What's happening right there at that? There's a right there, Malcolm. It's just purely a state, if you like, of misidentification, incorrect identification. Because there's an experiencing latent right there, Malcolm. And remember, the me can't experience anything. The mind can't experience anything. So there's an absolute experiencing right there. One needs to be conscious to experience. Now, this experiencing and the consciousness, mind has been just calling that me, and it's not. It's you. I hope I don't confuse you by saying it like that, but it's true.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets expressed as small self, or self with a small s, and self with a large s. Yeah. The small s is not you. That's the imagined one. Or that's the mind created one. The large S self is the experiencing. You know, I say it nearly every time in the group. Are you conscious right now? People go, yeah. I go, well, that's it. See ya. Like, that's it. Yeah. You know, it's and nothing is happening. For happening to seem to be happening, mind just needs to be active. That's all. That's all. So in the direct experiencing, nothing's happening. And yet, there's the paradox, and yet, but there's no, it's just alive and presently alive, just alive. Alive. And life lives this body, all other bodies, and everything. That sometimes gets expressed as consciousness is everywhere and everything. It's life. We think we have a life, yeah? Life lives us. Life that is even responsible for all the thoughts and the seeming meaning and everything. You are the life, the truth and the way. Yeah, it's right here. You know, it's kind of weird, Malcolm, because it's right here, yeah, just waiting to recognize itself. Which is so paradoxical, but and it reveals itself when the false identity is fully seen, fully, it's just absolutely not accepted any longer. Like it's just smoke and mirrors. It's just, oh my God. You know, and you probably, I know nobody gets this, yeah. But you do, there is the dawning, oh my God. Now this is in reference to my past. Nothing ever happened. Nothing ever happened. That's freedom. And believe me, I had a big, bad, ugly story going on, peppered with a couple of nice bits in it. It was pretty awful. It was pretty damn awful. I'm not sure, actually. In fact, I kind of am sure that I ever, throughout my whole life, truly laughed until the lights turned on. I mean, I can't stop now. But when I look back, I just learned how to pretend to laugh. None of it was genuine. And of course, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. So I figure I'm just kind of making up for lost time. I laugh a lot. Right there, Malcolm. Right there, man. That right there. Now inquire there. Seriously. That's really sharp and really pointy right there. Nothing vague about it. Not a whole lot of chatter going on about it. Just a noticing, a knowing and a noticing.
It's a sort of a poking around it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it seems to be happening.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a...
Yep. Oh, great. You guys pretty quiet around there too. Pretty quiet around there. Might be, you know, a couple of thoughts that kind of may arise, but it'll be in relation to this pointy little bit. Great, that's okay. That's okay. You know, when I use that expression, Malcolm, when God comes knocking, you better be home. Right there where you're at, you're putting the key in the front door, ready to turn it and ready to walk in. You've come home. You just haven't walked in the front door yet. But that's how close you are. The key's in the door. You just got to turn it, push the door, walk in and sit down and shut up. That's where the stillness is experienced. The experiencing is experienced right there. You're experiencing right now, Malcolm. You are. Yeah. This tiny little pinpoint of it's a little skerrick of me, but it's been the prime reason you've been stuck, or felt stuck. Remember, the thought can't experience anything. The mind can't experience anything. Right now, you're experiencing, Malcolm. That is experiencing is alive. It's alive. It's alive. Me can't experience anything. That last little bit, you know. Me says, this is my consciousness. This is my awareness. This is my beingness. Yeah. No, it ain't. Just stay there with that, Malcolm. I don't need to. I just need to leave you alone for a moment.
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, cool.